Hello everyone, welcome back to the Torokaza channel. So today, I was supposed to bring you Layer 5 of Cryptic Tales from the Iceberg, my limited podcast series that expands on the 2024 YouTube video, Unsolved Mysteries Iceberg Explained. If you haven't heard of it yet, the new series dives deep into each layer of the original iceberg, with more detail, new layers, and a lineup of amazing guest narrators. Now, due to one of our narrators being under the weather, I figured we'd try something a little different and see how you'd like it. So instead of the usual deep dive mystery, today we will explore a chilling story straight from Reddit's Glitch in the Matrix community, a first-hand experience that might make you question the very fabric of your reality. And as always, let me know if you enjoyed this format and want more of it, while Cryptic Tales from the Iceberg continues. For now, 4 full episodes of the podcast are out and available on Spotify, Amazon Music, and Audible, and even right here on YouTube. Let's get right into it. During my last semester at college, I was assaulted by a football player for walking where he was trying to drive. For context, he was 325 pounds. I was like 120. While unconscious on the ground, I lived an entirely different life. I met a wonderful young woman who made my heart skip and my face go red. I pursued her for months, ditching a few jerk boyfriends before I finally won her over. And after 2 years, we got married, and almost immediately, she gave birth to our daughter. I had a great job, and my wife didn't have to work outside of the house. When my daughter was 2, me and my wife had our son. My son was the joy of my life. I'd walk into his room every morning before work. I doted on him and on my daughter. One day, while sitting on the couch, I noticed something about the lamp. The perspective was off, like inverted. It was still in 3D, but just wrong. It had a square red base with gold trim, sitting on 4 legs, and a white square lampshade. But I couldn't look away. I stayed up all night staring at it. The next morning, I didn't go to work. Something about that lamp was off, completely off. I stopped eating. At first, I only left the couch to use the bathroom, then stopped that too. I wasn't eating or drinking. I just stared at that damn lamp for 3 days straight. My wife got really worried and brought me someone over to talk to me, but by that time, my sense of reality had started to fall apart. She took the kids to her mom's house, just before I had my epiphany. The lamp wasn't real. The house wasn't real. My wife, my kids, none of it was real. The last 10 years of my life were non-existent. The lamp grew wilder and deeper, still inverted. Eventually, it consumed my entire field of vision. All I could see was red. I heard voices, screams, and other strange sounds. Then, I felt pain. A lot of it. The first thing I said when I came to was, "I'm missing teeth." I opened my eyes. I was lying on my back on a sidewalk, surrounded by people I didn't know. And everyone was freaking out. I was completely disoriented. A cop eventually scooped me up and walked me across the grass, throwing me face down in the back of a cop car. I was still confused. They drove me to the hospital. I guess the officer didn't want to wait for an ambulance. I was scanned, checked, and treated. The years that followed were filled with depression. I grieved the loss of my wife and children. The worst part was knowing they never existed. I thought I was losing my mind. I cried myself to sleep, hoping to dream of her again, but I never have. Sometimes though, I see my son, just a glimpse in my peripheral vision. He's always 5 years old. I can never hear what he says. If that story made you pause, you're not alone. This was a small test run of a new format on the channel, while our series Cryptic Tales from the Iceberg takes a quick break. If you'd like to see more standalone Reddit readings like this, with audio spectrum visuals and creepy atmosphere, let me know down in the comments. Would you prefer r/no sleep or r/glitch in the matrix stories? One story per video? Let me know. Until then, stay curious and keep listening.